Well, good morning from Cardinal Farms. There's Farmer Rich letting the sheep out to pasture, and in the background is our new chicken tractor that he just finished. He has been doing just an incredible job. I was on vacation last week and he stayed and cared for the farm all by himself, and it was an incredible amount of work, but he did an awesome job. And so I know we haven't been doing a very good job of providing updates of the garden especially, but it has been such a busy season. We've loved it, but thought I would give you a quick update on what's happening in the garden. And Scout is here with me to help. Thank you, Scout. Scout loves the garden and is in here all the time. So I just want to kind of walk through a little bit. We have been had a lot of successes and some failures, but overall the garden is just doing great, and we're looking forward to a lot of good fall harvest. Sounds like some people want to be in the video. So I'll start here on the south end. This was where we had our garlic, so we tarped it afterwards, and right now we just cured it for 3 weeks, and we're just cutting it and getting it ready to sell. And we have some field tomatoes here, and then corn down there, some sweet corn, just a couple rows. Just want to see how it's gonna grow. And then here is our sunflowers, which are coming into bloom right now. All the way down there we've got some Pro Cuts, Panache, and Tiger's Eye, some from Ann Arbor Seed Company and some from Johnny's. They're just turning out beautiful, so we're looking forward to cutting those and being able to sell those as cut flowers. And then we're doing some fall planting now that it is hopefully going to cool off soon. I know it was a beautiful week here last week. So we have carrots and radishes down there, and then some fall peas. Might be a little early, so we'll see what we get, but we can always do another planting. And then some Swiss chard and pak choi. So if you've never had that, it's kind of an Asian green. A lot of people really like it. And this is going to be this spot where we tarped here, which helps with the weed control, is going to be tilled and made into beds, and we're going to plant the rest of our fall crops to be revealed soon. This is not a sea of green. It's actually all of our squashes, and I don't think I followed the spacing appropriately for planting. And so harvesting will be definitely a challenge. We've had zucchini here on the outside, which has been fine, but we've got acorn, butternut, honey nut squashes that are gonna start coming in the next month. And so we'll have quite the time trying to harvest these. I've tried to, recreate rows and has not worked. So we'll just have to wade through. It's a nice shade for them, which is great. But it's gonna be quite a challenge to harvest. And then we have some cukes along here. I'm getting some wilt, I see, on the cukes a bit, so we're gonna address that. But the cukes are actually beautiful and so tasty. So these are from a couple different companies, one called 7 Row Seeds, which really breeds seeds for taste, and they're just awesome. So Scout, you're just such a big help. Thank you. And so this is a root vegetable called salsify, and then we've got some beets and turnips that are coming up, and we'll replant some more turnips for the fall. Some herbs and like rosemary, basil, dill, and then we've got some flowers. So we're doing cut flowers too. So we've got baby's breath, cosmos, cress. What else? Ami. So we've got, and then another succession of zinnias down there. So this is our first succession that is in full bloom. Oh, those are cabbage moths. I used to think they were so pretty, and now that I know the destruction that they incur, I do my best to catch them with my insect net and destroy them. So, but this is our first zinnias, which are just turning out beautiful. And then we planted a second succession over here, so we'll have some for later in the fall when these quit blooming. And this is also our second succession of beans here. I'll show you our first one, which has been completely giving us an awesome harvest. Lots and lots of beans. And that's an amaranth plant down there. See that big red thing? And that's a cut flower. It'll produce spikes. It's so huge. It's just incredibly big. Oh, there's a butterfly. And these are dahlias. My dahlias have been slow in coming, which is okay as long as it stays warm through the fall, because when the first frost hits, it really kills them off. So we've been fertilizing them to try to get them to start growing a little faster, so we can start having dahlias for our cut flower bouquets. And then we have some onions. Not a lot. Germination wasn't fantastic, but those will be ready in the fall. And then we just planted a second succession of herbs down there, so basil, chives, and dill. And this is our peppers. So we have sweet peppers, red, yellow, and orange sweet peppers down here. And then down at the other end is a pepper called a habanada, which is a heatless hot pepper. So I learned about that one from my friend Scott Welser at Welser Farms. He grows that, and so as being a person who doesn't like hot peppers too much, I thought we should try that. And the taste is supposed to be absolutely amazing. So that's a late season pepper, so we won't have those for a little bit yet, but the sweet pepper should start coming in soon. And then this is our beans that are in harvest right now. So this is a Trilogy Bean. So it's purple, green, and yellow. So really beautiful and so tasty. Rich eats them straight out of the field all the time. This is a couple beds of Salanova lettuce. So we love this lettuce. It is a newer breed of lettuce from Johnny Selected Seeds, which is an organic seed company. And we grow them from seed in the grow room in the house, and then we bring them out here as transplants. So we just transplanted these, and they'll take about 3 to 4 weeks before they're ready to start harvesting. And it is a delicious salad mix base of red and green lettuces. And so we're going to have that all through probably, hopefully, the end of October if it stays warm enough. This is cauliflower. So we have been growing this for a long time, and we put the transplants in the spring, and that was when it got hot right away, and that really I think affected the growth of the fruit, slowed it down. And so now we're just now starting to get some fruits, and I want to show you because they're so cool looking. This variety is called, we have 2 varieties, but this one is called the Punta Verde. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So it tastes good and it looks really neat. So you might have better luck feeding your kids Punta Verde because it looks way more interesting than regular cauliflower. You can tell them it's from space. Then we have Kohlrabi. So this is the first time if you've never had Kohlrabi. A lot of people absolutely love it. You can eat the leaves, but a lot of people eat the bulb. And then way down there is scallions, bunching onions. And then we have some more Salanova. So we planted in succession. So this one will be ready first, and then a couple weeks later that one will be ready. So as a market gardener, you're always trying to make sure that you have your base crops available for market. And we are going to be starting at South Lyon Farmers Market on August 22nd. So we will be there through the 31st, and we'll be there every Saturday from 9 to 2. And so that's why we're really focusing on having available produce every week. So, and then here is our hoop house. So this is our hoop house that we put up this spring, and we put tomatoes and peppers and a few flowers in it. That's nasturtium. And we also put some ginger. This is organic ginger from Hawaii. So we'll see how that turns out. It's quite difficult to grow, but I think we're starting to get some speed going now. So we have about 200 tomato plants in here. We have heirloom, cherry, saladettes, which are a smaller red one. And so they're doing really well. We twine them with a single leader, most of them. Some have 2 liters because I didn't prune them well. And put them up here, and then we just keep winding them up as they get taller. And then when they finally reach the top, you can undo the string there and lean them over a little bit. And then later in the season, you just cut off the top. when they're close to the end of the season. So we are looking forward to look at some of these heirlooms. Woo! They're massive, massive. And I have just a few red ones. Yay! We've got to eat a few sun golds and some other ones, and they're absolutely delicious. So the hoop house helps with being able to water exactly the way you want in the amounts that you want, and with disease and temperature, because tomatoes are tropical plants, I learned. So they really like the heat. So they've been doing pretty well in here. And this is a cut flower called Jewels of Opar, which I probably shouldn't have planted in the hoop house because it self-sows, which means the seeds scatter. But live and learn. And this is eucalyptus for cut flowers too, which smells amazing. And these are dwarf tomato plants. So we sold transplants of these this year, so I wanted to try and grow a few. They only get 3 or 4 feet tall, but the fruit is full size. And so that has been an experiment. I don't think I've done a very good job of pruning them, but they are a work in progress. And then down here is our other pepper plants. So there's another cabbage moth. Away with you. These are sweet peppers and habanadas, and you can see how much bigger these are because, again, peppers love the heat. So even though I planted these at the same time as those right there, these are bigger and I think healthier even. So probably we'll get fruit from these first and then from the field ones. So it actually should work out pretty well. So the garden looks amazing, and that's because while I was on vacation last week with my family, Rich and our employee Elena and our neighbor John worked incredibly hard to keep things weed-free and trimmed up, and so I'm super grateful to them because it looks absolutely amazing out here, and we're looking forward to just an incredible fall. So we hope that you will come and see us at the South Lyon Farmers Market beginning August 22nd through October 31st, and come and buy your produce from us and come and say hi. We would love to talk to you about the farm and what we have going on here, and we hope that you'll come and support us and the other vendors there and support local food. So thanks so much. That's an update from Cardinal Farms. See you later.